Hi guys, doing a very quick video on compromise. Got a question from a friend the other day, a single friend asking me, what is it that I compromise on? I'm meeting different people. They have some of this, they don't have some of this. He has a career, him not thoughtful. He's financially capable, able to take care of the both of us, but I'm not sure if I can trust him. What do you compromise on? What do you say, what? This is something I can give up in order to get these things. And compromising and being able to decipher what to compromise comes down to two things: separating your needs from your wants. I'll make a list, write the list down, and really think about it. And a lot of times, it's not something that you can be concrete on just a one try. Sometimes it takes years to decipher your needs. When I was 19 years old, I needed somebody who have his own car, have a master's degree, all sorts of things that just don't matter to me now. And what you wanted and needed at 19 tends to change when you're 20, tends to change when you're 30. But somewhere along that line of evolving and growing, you're going to know the things that you absolutely need versus the things you want. So make a list of needs, make a list of wants. You should have everything that your heart desires. But in the real world, chances are you're probably going to get on a high side, 7 out of 10 of your wants. Your needs, you don't compromise at all. Whatever you've made on the needs, if they don't meet that list, they don't qualify. So for example, for myself, I need trustworthiness. I need honesty. I need somebody who is financially savvy. I'm pretty, or rather financially more responsible than I am. Somebody who can reel me in and say, I know you want this, I know you work hard and you deserve it, but we have goals and you can't spend that money right now. That's a need for me. So if somebody isn't coming with these things, it need not apply. I can't compromise on that. Something I may want, for example, is somebody who is technically savvy around the house and when it comes to certain things. So I like a man that if the car pop down, him can look under the hood and have an idea what's going on. If the plumbing burst and gone to shit, that maybe him can wrap a little blue tie around it until we get the plumber. That's something that I like and I appreciate. Deserve it, want it. If I were to meet somebody and they can't fill that slot on my list of wants, that's not a no for me. That's something I can compromise on if all my needs are met and I'm getting a good amount of wants. So that's one of the key things in deciphering how and what to compromise. When in a relationship, another key part of compromise is having to choose being happy versus being right. Which means there's going to be times where you're going to have to concede. There's going to be times where you're going to have to agree to disagree. And there's going to be times when you're just going to be like, you know what, have this, take it because it's not that serious to me. If the curtains mean the world to you, have the curtains. I'm not going to die without it. Is it worth it to be right and miserable? No. So you have to go through and kind of decipher, how far are we taking this? How important is this to he or she? Is it that important to me? Is it going to bring a source of unhappiness in our relationship, whether it be temporary or semi-permanent? If it's not worth it, if you're giving up being happy just in order to be right, that's a time to really look at compromising. Another thing to help with compromise is using vetoes. Vetoes are very delicate and you have to have a real high level of emotional maturity to exercise vetoes. But certain couples can say, you know what, when it comes to this, maybe we have 2 vetoes a year with the compromising. I'm gonna call veto on this. I really want this car. I've worked very hard for it. I've looked at the financing. I think we can do it. It's important to me, so you're just gonna have to give this to me. The problem with using a veto is that when you employ one, you're also saying to the other individual, you get one too. So when he comes to you with a bunch of stuff worth the same amount that you bought your car for, you can't be out here saying, this is absolutely ridiculous. He's like, well, you said you could use a veto, so I can use a veto too. And vetoes do work sometimes. Some people will suggest not to, but that's also a good time to compromise. You can't be having 10 vetoes. You can't call veto everything you want. Well, this is a veto. I want it, so we have to have it type of deal. But be sparingly, decide upon it earlier on and say, babe, I'm going to have to kind of draw the line and say, I really need this one. And when you get the hang of it and kind of a dance with your vetoes, you say, all right, cool, that's yours. When my time come, my time come. And that's my 3 tips on what to compromise if you're not, and how to compromise if you're not quite sure. Oh, follow, subscribe, and like. I keep forgetting to say that.